Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today I'm going to be doing a book haul. So this isn't a huge book haul, it's kind of like in the middle to small range, but I recently acquired a bunch of books that were very exciting to me and I wanted to share them with you guys and show them off before they go into the archives that are the shelves because I don't always know like when I'm going to get to the books that arrive at my doorstep, and sometimes it could take years. Hopefully not, but I mean, some of the arcs that you've seen that I have up on my arc shelf are from 2020, so I'm still working through those ones. And yeah, so I just wanted to share these with you guys and get the excitement going while I still have it. I'll start right off with the coolest one, I think, out of this bunch. It showed up recently and it is so cool. So this is called Broadswords and Blasters, Futures That Never Were. And look at this cover. There's so much to like unpackage here. I love it. There's a whole bunch happening in it. Like I've looked at this a couple times now and I'm just like, this is the kind of old like retro like sci-fi covers that I like. So this was actually sent to me by people that knew Oliver, who I met with to discuss his Kickstarter a while back. We did that live stream and talked about their new Kickstarter that is about a magazine with like fantasy sci-fi short stories in it. And so these guys also know him and they sent me their edition of all of their short stories in the Broadswords and Blasters compendium, or whatever you would call this. It's a thick boy and it's got all sorts of sci-fi short stories, which is my favorite genre. So I'm very excited to dive into this one. I think I'm going to take this one like in bite-sized pieces. So like I'll read a short story every now and then, kind of like as a little palate cleanser during my TBRs. So this one is going to be consumed over a duration of months, but I'm going to have a fun time using these little stories as like little breaks between my bigger books. So yeah, I'm looking forward to diving into this one and keeping it on my coffee table for a while. It's definitely going to be a conversation piece if people come over and see this interesting cover on the coffee table. Speaking of short stories, I also acquired a collection called Extraordinary Visions, stories inspired by Jules Verne. And it says on the back, before science fiction, there was Jules Verne. So this is also a collection of short stories that are science fiction based, which is awesome. So I literally have so many sci-fi short stories to go through, and I'm so excited because it's going to be so much fun. Then jumping over to some children books that I received. So I got this one called The Food Quest, Adventures Through a Windy City. And this is all about this little dude here who goes on a food quest to find the best food, I believe in Chicago. I think that's the Windy City, pretty sure. But yeah, so it's all about him. Let me see, I'll give you guys a glimpse of the inside. So it's just, yeah, a kid's book about this guy making travels and trying to find the best food. So I think that'll be really cute to go through. I'm going to fly through this because it's a kid's book, and I'll probably end up passing it on to our friends who have a young girl so that she can read it as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to just sharing my thoughts on this kid's book. I also received Be Like Me from A to Z by Diversity Decoded, and this one is really cool. So it's essentially going through the alphabet and giving you like prominent people that like fit each letter, which is awesome. So you got Ella Baker for E, Henrietta Lacks for L, Marsha P. Johnson for M. It has like a different person for each one, and it gives you like a little bit of like a history snippet on the person, but in bite-sized format so that it's like teaching this to children, which is awesome. I even think that like if you're not a kid and you're an adult reading this, you'll still learn something about all these different people that are in this book. It is great to see this in an illustrated format, and it has like a glossary in the back with like actual full historic facts on each person. So you're getting like the full history of it outside of just the little snippets on each page. I'm definitely going to be flipping through this one, giving it a read, and learning something new about history, I'm sure, because I feel like I don't know everything that's in here. What's also great about this is the company behind it, Diversity Decoded. I'll give you a little snippet about them. It says, Diversity Decoded is a Black-owned multi-generational family business. We explore the many dimensions of diversity, equity, and inclusion in order to make the information and materials available and accessible to everyone. We hope the amazing people in this book inspire you to break through barriers and achieve your dreams. I think that is like such a cool calling and like such an amazing mission for a company. So yeah, and then there's the team all there. But I definitely think that if you guys get the chance, you should check out Diversity Decoded. I will see if I can find the link for it that they provided when sharing this book with me, and I'll put it in the description down below. I also received some goodies from Harlequin. One that I'm super excited about is The Best Man's Problem, and it's it's kind of showing off what it is right there, but it's going to be a gay romance. Listen to this. His sister's wedding isn't the ideal place for Rafael Navarro to reconnect with the man he kissed in a moment of reckless abandon. But it's impossible to avoid best man Etienne Gallois. The gorgeous Haitian photographer hasn't forgotten the intimate moment they shared, even if Rafi is the most maddening person he's ever met. Can the two find common ground, proving opposites not only attract, they can become lovers for life? So this sounds very similar to a book that I actually just read called Save the Date, but I really liked that book, so I think that this one's also going to hit the mark on what I'm looking for in that genre, and so yeah, I'm looking forward to picking this one up. And then the other one I got is Gigantic. This is the thickest Harlequin book I've ever seen. It's called Set Up in the City, and it's a cowboy one with an extra book on the inside. So it's kind of like a double down book. But yeah, like definitely a thick boy. Was not expecting this from Harlequin. It's like over 400 pages, and these books are notoriously known for being like very short books. So yeah, I got myself a cowboy read. And then the last two books on this haul are actually from Tor. Yeah, Tor sent me some books, and I'm super pumped about it because it's Tor. Like, they're one of the big five. That's so exciting. So the first one is the Terraformers. And so this is following somebody who's working on a crew actually terraforming this planet when they discover like a hidden city that's like within a volcano. And so now, knowing that there's already a city on this planet, they're kind of like trying to figure out where to go from there, because they were under the assumption that there was nobody inhabiting this planet and they were terraforming it so that more people could come to colonize it. And yeah, so it's kind of like the main character being a part of this team and going through like figuring out what to do now that they have discovered actual civilizations on this planet. So yeah, I think that one sounds like pretty interesting, and definitely something that is going to keep me invested, because I do want to know like what's going on with this planet and how did they not know that these people were there. I mean, to be fair, it says that they were found in a volcano, and like I wouldn't necessarily go look inside of a volcano to see if there's a civilization in there. It's not necessarily the place you would check first. So that's interesting. I'm also curious to know how they discovered them inside the volcano. Like, who was going into the volcano in the first place? See, I have all these questions, so I'm going to have to read this book now to figure out like what the answers are to them. But anyway, that's the first one. And the second one is The Warden. And this one sounds so cool. Like, you guys need to hear the synopsis because it sounds awesome. But I'll give you like intro word for it. Intro words. Female necromancers. Okay, here we go. There was a plan. She had the money, the connections, even the brains. It was simple. Become one of the only female necromancers, pass as many certifications as she could, get a post near the capital, then profit. The funny thing about plans is that they are seldom under your control. Now, Alice, a daughter of a noble house and a trained magister of the Lyceum, I think that's how you say that, finds herself in the far-removed village of Lone Pine, mending fences and delivering baby goats, serving people who want nothing to do with her. But not all is well in Lone Pine, and as the villagers Alice is reluctantly getting to know start to behave strangely, she begins to suspect that there is far greater need for a warden of her talents than she previously thought. Old magics are restless, and an insignificant village on the farthest border of the kingdom might hold secrets far beyond what anyone expected. Alice could be the only person standing between one of the greatest evils ever known and the rest of the world. This sounds so cool, and like, look at the cover. Oh, it just looks awesome. It looks so badass. Like, I think this is going to be such a good book, and I'm really looking forward to picking this one up. Necromancers, honestly, is what kind of like pulled me in there, because I play a lot of video games, and necromancers are always badass in the video games I play, so I think this is going to be quite the read, and I am definitely looking forward to it. Thank you, Tor, for sending me these books because I'm super pumped. And that's just my little book haul that I wanted to go over. So those are the books that I have recently acquired. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read these books and if you had good thoughts, bad thoughts on them. I want to know all about it. So tell me in the comments down below. Also, let me know what your most recent book haul was and which book out of your book haul was your favorite. Anyways, if you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and a Coffee page, which I'll put in the description down below, as well as the link to buy my bookmarks. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you get notified when I post new videos. I post my videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And until next time, keep on reading.